Hi there, this is Damien from Pet Business Blueprint, and in this video we're going to look at uploading your Pet Business website to your server. So basically taking the files of the website and making it live as your own website. And for this we're going to assume that you've already arranged your hosting and that you've got access to your cPanel account, which will be in your hosting details when you organize that with a provider. And if you're not sure about that, then just have a look at our at the documentation about arranging hosting, and you'll learn a bit more about it from there. So we're just going to assume that you're already in cPanel, and the first step we need to complete is we need to create a database. So we scroll down here to Databases in Control Panel. We click MySQL Databases. And we just create a new database. Now for this demo I'm actually just working on a spare domain that I've got. It's called writersfolio.com. It's just an empty domain basically, so I'm just using this as the example. So in your situation you're going to be working with your own domain name, so it's going to say, like up here, it's going to say like johnspets.com.au, whatever your domain name might be, the name of your business. And same as this. So this prefix here is going to be different in your case. It's going to be related to your domain name, your website. So just for this demo, just assume that we're working on your site here. So we're going to create a new database, and we're just going to call it WP1 because it's a WordPress website, and just so we know for future reference, it's not that big a deal because once we've set these things, we'll probably never have to come back and look at them again. So we just give it a 3-digit name. We go create database. And that's done, and there we can see the database we've just created. It's empty because we're going to import the information into it, and we also need to create a user to access that database. So we're just going to go WP1, just assign a password. It doesn't really matter. Again, it's probably something you'll never need to look at again, so it's just a one-time setup and then won't need to worry about it. And so we're just going to create a user with the same name as the database and go create user. And we go back. So now as you can see, we've got the database here and the user down here. Now we need to assign the user to that database. We go add, assign all privileges, make changes, and just double check. Yep. Okay, so now we've got the database, we've got that user assigned to it, and we're all set. So now we go back to the main control panel. Next thing we need to do is upload the files of the website onto your server. So for that we go to File Manager here under Files, click on that, and that'll open a new window with a little sort of, just like your directory on your Windows Explorer. And what we want to do is we're working in the public HTML folder, so on your hosting find that folder, public HTML. It'll probably start you off there anyway, but it's where we put any kind of files that we want shown to the public. So we then go upload once we're in that folder, and we click choose, just leave all this stuff default. We click choose file, and then we navigate to wherever it is on our computer that the files are that we've downloaded with the website. In my case I've just got them in a folder called PBB. Then there should be 2 files in your website folder, and we've got to upload both of them. So we'll start with the short file, which is the small file, which is the importbuddy.php. We go open, and I've already tried this demo once, so I'm just going to overwrite the one that's already there on the server, and that'll just take a few seconds to upload. And once that's done, we're going to upload the other file, which is a larger file, and that contains the actual files of the website. This import buddy is just a little script that we run which basically unzips the file and tells everything where to go. So that's finished. Now we're going to choose the website file, which is this zip file here. It's got a very long name, backup Pet Business Blueprint. So we just choose that, we go open, and it's now uploading that to the server as well. So it's going to take a few minutes. I'm just going to pause the video until that finishes, and I'll come back as soon as that's done, and we'll go from there. Okay, so we're back now, and our other file has finished uploading. So we go back to our File Manager in Control Panel, we reload it, and there we can see the 2 files we've just uploaded are there in the root directory. So the next step is to open a new tab in our browser, to go to our domain name. So in this case it's Writer's Folio. Obviously in your case it will be whatever your business name is, your domain name that you've registered. And we type /importbuddy.php. Okay, we press enter, and this opens up, the little script now starts running, and this is basically going to walk us through the extraction process to our server. So what we do is, it asks us for a password. What we do is we enter, password will be pets123, and we click authenticate. Your password will be exactly the same as that, and then it gives us the option of which file we want to extract. We've only got one to choose from because we've only put one on the server, so we just keep that as default. We click next step. Don't worry about any warnings or anything, just click next step. And here it is extracting all the files to our server. So it's basically put the website there now, and we go to next step, and the next thing we need to do is just leave this as default. So this will be your domain name in the window there. So you just leave that as your domain name. Leave everything as default. And now we do need to change these settings down here. So what we need to do is we leave localhost the same, but we need to change our database name. So you remember the step we just did back here in File Manager in Control Panel where we set up a new database. We're now going to put the name of that database we just set up. So in my case it's writers f_wp1. In your case it will be whatever the if you've forgotten it, just go back to your database here in Control Panel and click here on databases, and you'll just see it here. So in my case it's writers f_wp1. In your case it'll probably be the first 8 letters of your domain name and _wp1. So copy and paste that to there. Put our password in, whatever we made when we made up the database. Leave that the same. Test your database settings to make sure it works. I've got success all there. And we go next step. And now it's basically synced all the files with the database we just created. So it's put all the information back into the new database. And next to the database we migrated. Click next. So now the import's complete. To make sure it's worked, we click on this. Opens it in a new tab. And there is our website. The exact same copy from the demo, and it's now on this domain here, as you can see in the domain browser bar. It's at the Writers Folio domain, so in your case it'll be at your domain. And from there we can start tinkering with the website and make it our own. So you can have a look at the other videos and tutorials on how to do that, but that is basically how to set up the website from the Pet Business Blueprint on your own server. And as you can see, it only took a few minutes. Okay, thanks.